going on, YouTube? It's been a while. Life's been hectic, so haven't made any videos whatsoever in a long time. So we are going to start with this one. I'm gonna get back into filming a little bit, but this is gonna be a video over this guy. It's my BCM 14.5 or 11.5. I had a BCM 14.5 put on the channel a while back. This is the 11.5. So if you're a federal agent and you're watching this, it is a registered SBR. Looking at you, ATF. But yeah, it's gonna be a short, down and dirty video. It's not gonna be too long. And hopefully when my wife sees this, she doesn't get mad at me for filming in the kitchen. But I am not a professional YouTuber, so I'm not gonna have no Sony a7 II, tripod up, black drop background, middle class citizen here, all right? But no, seriously, in all seriousness, we'll go ahead and get into the video. We'll start out tip the butt like everyone else does. So up here, up front is the same suppressor, Surefire RC2. It's a full size one. It's heavy, but it gets the job done. And thick girls sometimes will do it. But the host this time is what's different compared to my old 14.5. This is the SFMB. Love this muzzle device except for at night, but I don't really shoot unsuppressed, like honestly at all, but especially at night because the neighbors near the farm don't really like that. But I haven't had this carbon locked a single time. That's the main reason why. The old war comp would carbon lock every now and then. Actually, I had to shoot it off one time. Scared the living crap out of me. Scared a baffle strike, but literally made it do that. But yeah, I really like the SFMB. Really flattens the recoil, unsuppressed, and then just a great host for the can. Moving on, we have a full power PEC right here. It's a PEC 15. That's all that needs to be said. But on the right side here, we have a Surefire M600 DF. It's a few years old and is sitting on the side scout mount from Arisaka. I'm going to keep this light even though there are the new turbo lights out. But now that I got nods, I need IR. So I'm going to swap the head out. I think it's the KM2 head. I'll get that down the road. Up here, this is just the controls for both of these. This little button up here is a solid click. I don't know if you can hear it, but it turns the light on, and if you don't want to fully click it, you can just lightly press it and it'll turn the light on. The rear pad right here is for your PEC or for whatever the laser device you're running. It just turns the laser on, but it's pretty nifty. It's there. Just securing wires with the, what do you call it? I'm having a brain fart here, man. It's the, it's like camel form tape. And then this is the emissary grip. Couldn't tell you what it's called, but I love it. Absolutely love this grip. By far my favorite one I've ever had. EOTech EXPS3. This is my first optic from EOTech. Not the first I've shot. I've shot plenty of them. This is just my first personal one. I've always been an aim point guy. Even all my pistols have aim points. But I will say, I do personally love the EOTech on the rifle a lot more than the aim point. Especially under night vision. So much nicer to passively aim with the EOTech reticle compared to just the dot. But to each their own. But I've shot both. Let's try not to cuss. A crap ton under nods and obviously during the day, and I really do like the EOTech. HRF Concepts Magwell. Really like this. I was actually really skeptical about getting this because I was like, it's the Magwell. They say it helps reloading, but it doesn't. It's not really increasing your diameter. So I mean, the mag still has to go in where the mag was made to. It just funnels it in a little more, but it is really nice. I am glad I got it. Faro Slingster, I think that's what it's called. Dude, I forget the names of this stuff. But and then the BCM QDs came with the upper. male and female end. What else? Magpul bad liver. Dude, Facebook groups I'm in either hate it or love it, and then you'll either get grilled for it or praised for it. It's a funny community. Yeah, I personally like the bad liver. Only reason why I like it is for malfunction clearing. That's really it. I have no issue hitting the paddle or using this to release the bolt, but you can't argue against it that it really aids in the malfunction clearing process. Inside, it's a BCM bolt. Actually, they're still doing it, I think, but if you get an upper from them, they're giving you the bolt carriers for free, which is like a $200 value, so pretty nifty there. The charging handle is the Radiant Raptor SD. I couldn't speak on it and tell you if it really is worth a crap having the SD model compared to like a non-SD model or a non-express charge handle. But I will say, either way, whatever I shoot, this 11.5 is gassy. Like, BCMs are over-gassed, but I haven't had a malfunction yet, even with 14.5. Geisley SDC trigger, and then Radiant Talon safety selectors. I think this one's called. This is the 45-degree model. And then lastly, it's a carbine buffer, but it's a Geisley Super 42 buffer kit, which is just a double braided spring, and then it's an H2 buffer in there. But yeah, that's the down and dirty, and then it was spray painted, obviously. But that's the down and dirty of it. We're nearing 5,000 rounds already, which isn't a lot, but I've only had this for going on 4 months now. So I shoot as much as I can. Like the 14.5 had over 10K rounds through it, and I just had money saved up, so I bought a metric crap ton of ammo, and hit the range almost every single weekend this past couple months. So this is definitely gonna have a lot more rounds than the 14.5, and almost, I'd say a good 75%, like good 3/4 of all the ammo I've shot so far has been suppressed. And this thing is absolutely filthy, I will say. But dude, this is definitely gonna be the rifle for me till the wheels fall off, for sure. Really happy with how this turned out. Gets a little front heavy, but just go to the gym and you won't have any issues there. But for the most part, this rifle is pretty much done. I say pretty much because if you're like me and you say something's done to your wife, then you show her something and she's like, now what? I thought you said it was done. They're never done. But I am thinking about adding an EOTech just because, but I can't justify getting a magnifier for this yet because I haven't shot past 300 yards. So I don't really need one, but it would be nice to have one just because I can have one. And then eventually down the road, I'm undecided, and they're similar in price except the end goal is like $2,000 more. But I do want to get an end goal or a maul to switch out this pec with. The other thing is there's absolutely nothing wrong with my pec. I'm just always chasing greatness. You can quote that. But yeah, man, this is pretty much it. I don't know where to continue on from. So any questions on the build, let me know. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but in my old video of the 14.5, I think it was because I made that video because of the POI shift and also just going over it. But dude, this has 0 POI shift, which is amazing. I really like that. This over 14.5, mainly for that, which in theory I could have just re-barreled it and got a thicker barrel, but this is the BFH profile barrel, like they're thick. It's like second thickest next to SOCOM. So it's like thick with 2 C's, and then the SOCOM barrel is thick with 3 C's, if you know what I mean. But no impact shift there. It does make the weapon a little heavier, even without the suppressor, but like I said, go to the gym and it's not gonna be a factor. But yeah, I really like how I can take this can off if I want to, and put it on if I want to, and POI doesn't change. impact is where I zeroed it. So, yeah, any questions or comments?